Juho, I can imagine it was, you come in this summer, you get, this has had to be a bit of a tough stretch for you, but how much are you looking forward to finally?
Yeah, it's of course long time haven't played, so of course I'm looking forward to it. And team's rolling, just try to jump in and help the team.
What sort of have the last few weeks been like for you?
Just trying to rehab and get back to game shape. That's all I've done.
And what have you liked about what you've seen from what this team has been able to do, and sort of how you slot in at that 3C role?
Well, just try to do my best and try to be good on defensive end and get on forechip and try to create something. And of course the boys are rolling, so just try to jump in and skate hard.
And how big of a challenge then is a team like Colorado with how fast they move, how much they skate, to sort of jump in right away with your first game
Yeah,
there?
it's a good challenge, and so looking forward to it tonight.
Thank you. Obviously, I'm sure it wasn't the most ideal training camp and rookie camp and all that for you. How are you feeling right now, and how big of a challenge was that for you going through this?
Yeah, I think not exactly how you draw it up. Any injury, big or small, is always going to be tough. I'm fortunate to be healthy. I'm just really pumped to get back to it.
And then you played one game in Utica, was that right before you got your call up? What was that like, sort of get back in that rhythm?
Yeah, it was great. It's great to get a game. It was good to see the guys, and it was a bit of a short turnaround, but it was really good to get a game. Now coming back here is obviously a really good team, so happy to get that game in, and yeah.
What's it like for you coming into this second year? Maybe what's different for you? Feels different for you, or whether it's your game or just sort of knowing, the drill here.
Yeah, I think, I think I'm getting better every year, and obviously that's a big difference, is hopefully, keep getting better and building on each summer. Also, I think, now knowing all the guys, the staff and everyone, I think I've touched on that before, but just it makes a big difference, coming back in now second year, I feel a little more comfortable, but yeah.
This is certainly, to jump into a first NHL game of the season, this is a formidable opponent, just how fast they are. They're quick in transition and all that. What do you sort of see from what you guys can do here tonight?
Yeah, I'm just hope to help the guys. Guys are on a heater, so, just want to come in and try to play my role as best I can and help them out. Obviously, this is a really good team. I think they're back on home ice now, and they're going to be coming out hard. But yeah, I think for me personally, it's a really, it's a big test, and I think if I can go out there and play my game against these guys, and that'll be a good vote of confidence to see where I'm at.
I can't remember last year. Did you play against them both times?
Just once.
Just the once.
Yeah, last year I was here.
Yeah, right. That was it. It was the end of February kind of thing. What do you remember about, the skill level that they have and what it's like to defend against that constant push?
I think, obviously that top lineup was not there against them a ton, but there was a few times, and, if your gap isn't perfect, if your stick's not perfect, they're hitting one-timers, they're shooting pucks from everywhere, they can score from anywhere. So, it's not just about having a good gap because you want to get the puck back, they'll score from anywhere, and so I think, you got to be dialed in all the time. Not that you wouldn't against any other team, but, things can just get elevated quickly. They can turn things around pretty quick, so. Yeah.
Thanks, Shimon. And certainly looks like Marky might be able to get back in here today. What great boost is that for this group? And also, we've talked so much about how much Jake has played and sort of trying to, get back into rhythm here.
Yeah, get Marky back at a time when we've played so much hockey and there's so much to come here on this trip. It's great to be able to share that workload. So we're definitely going to use both goalies on this trip, but it's a good chance for Marky to get back in there tonight.
Juho also looks like he's going to be making his season debut. What are you looking forward to maybe seeing from his size, his ability in that 3C role?
Yeah, we're just hoping that he can be solid for us. Win some face-offs and give us some good shifts. We think coming out here on the road is a different circumstance than being at home where we've been for the last 3 games without Cody Glass in the middle. Mercer being down there did a good job for us, but you could see it kind of slipping in the last couple of games where we're lacking that additional center. So just feel it's important and the timing's right that he's feeling good to get back in. And with Mercer going back up, Grit's coming down, and Lammikko as a true center, I just like the look of all 4 lines here as we get out on the road and can't control matchups and such.
And obviously the decision to put Casey right back in there today. What are you sort of looking for from a different look defense, given that everything has to be shuffled around without?
Yeah, it's. I mean, the case specifically comes in. Just keeps that right-left balance. Chalowski's done a good job and worked hard here, but we just like the right-left balance that it gives us. Did feel the need to shuffle some things around, just make sure there's a sound veteran with each of our young guys that are in. But the D-core, of course, has got to step up and be good in Pesh's absence. He's such an integral defender for us, especially matchups and all of that against the top players. But our entire team game is just going to have to tighten up more, which with Pesh or without, it has to be better here today than it has been.
One of the things that I think towards the end of last year we sort of talked about was maybe not taking advantage of certain opportunities in games even when they were limited. But it looks like right now your guys are really doing that. When you look at that second period, Brownie scoring that goal. If they're limited, those chances they're capitalizing.
Yeah, it's listen, everything's been going our way here to start the season. Special teams have been great, goaltending's been great. Like you just mentioned, we get our opportunities, we've made good on them. So yeah, you got to be opportunistic. This team we're playing here tonight, again, it's they stress you a lot with their offense, but they also don't give you much defensively. So when you get your looks, you got to make good on them, no question. But it's just another example of why we need to keep focusing on playing better. Like for me, we've done a lot of really good things. A lot has gone our way, and our guys have managed it really well. But the game we played the other night is not going to be good enough to win tonight. So we have to keep getting better as a group, and that's the message.
Any update on Pesh right now?
He's going to be out at least a month. It would look like. So it's a significant injury, and we're just going to have to fill in the spot as we talked about with Case and the guys step up. But he's certainly going to be missed.
Do you like getting the second opportunity with the Avalanche this quickly? Just get it out of the way, 1-1.
Yeah, I like these sets. You get it's easier on the coaching staff from a preparation standpoint. The assistant coaches especially spend so much time in preparing for each new opponent and special teams and 5-on-5 play. It just makes it easier. And then you review the game before, and everything that you're talking about and that you saw is applicable the next night. I think it's healthy for a team early in the season, especially. It's a tough task for us, especially coming into this building, but it's exciting at the same time. Because, our team's been playing well, but we've got to keep getting better, and this team will push us in every regard tonight.
You talked about offensively and defensively, this team being dangerous. What are some of the takeaways that you saw from Sunday's game that you're hoping to apply tonight?
Well, we've got to try to get the puck more and get it quicker. When they get their game rolling offensively, it presents a lot of challenges. They get you on the run, and they're making plays all over. They're just so deep. Their top players, but even throughout their lineup, for me, in the lines 2, 3, and 4, and their deep pairs, they get guys who move the puck well. They activate in the rush, so they're relentless in terms of their offensive play and the pressure they can put on you. And then it makes it really hard for you to go the other way. So they're defensively, they don't give up a lot. And it's even more challenging from experience in this building because their fans get rolling and gets loud and it builds a lot of momentum. It's tough to get it back. So we've got to manage that really well here today. That'll be the greatest challenge, no question.